Hi, I'm E06 and this is Hearts of Iron 4, Laris Stones, where we're playing as historic England. So, today we're obviously going to prepare for war, because we've got an imminent threat here. Now the Germans wouldn't be so stupid to attack Poland when both us and the French are guaranteeing them, right? But just to make sure that we actually mean business, we gotta start placing out our Air Force. Alright, so this is a squadron that's currently building up in strength. We're gonna let them do so. We've got 3 fighter wings here, and they're currently training 2 of them. So we'll leave those 2 here in southern England, and we'll move the 17th squadron up here to northern England. We will set them to interception, day and night, in northern England. We need someone protecting Ireland and someone protecting Scotland as well. So we'll have to use our less than perfect squadrons for that. Let's move some of these Gloucester Gladiators. The Hawker Hurricanes are the good ones we've got. And we'll put them to guard Scotland. Interception. We already had them all to day and night. These aren't going to be used in any kind of offensive roles. Let's put some to Northern Ireland as well, and set them to interception. And let's move. We want to have one squadron, I think, in Egypt. Is just doesn't make sense, it's too big. We're going to try to get heavy fighters down here, or we'll have to move some hurricanes down there. However, we can put some down here on Malta, and they can go in the central Mediterranean. So we'll put them on there. Doesn't really make sense to have them in Gibraltar, since that air zone is the western Mediterranean Sea, and we've got range up to black here. That'll be about at tops 30% coverage. And I think actually we might even be, yeah, we're in southern Iberia. Well, that makes a bit of a difference actually. We might want to put one there. We do want to have aircraft down here in Singapore. We can actually move down these down here. We don't have to put them on any mission since we don't have any enemies down here, but we need to have some aircraft down in this part of the world as well. Down here in Africa I would like to have some aircraft too. The range of these aircraft are beautiful. So we're not going to do that. We're going to can probably move 100 of these up to northern England, where there's a bigger chance that we might need them. And yeah, let's actually move this down to Gibraltar. We can have them to intercept there too. Yeah, so we've got them deployed protecting our big assets. Let's actually see how many, if we're starting to getting any heavy fighters. No, we haven't started production of the heavy fighters just yet. So we've got some more scout planes. Let's move up another wing here. Yeah, then reinforce. It doesn't make a big difference. Over the Mediterranean Sea, I think. Put them on reconnaissance. These reconnaissance aircraft, I think we're gonna move back down to central Mediterranean, and we're gonna have one squadron base from here too. So let's get 25 of them out here too. Put them into the western Mediterranean. Wow, we do need some more range here. And reconnaissance on them too, of course. And we will set up in Scotland. I think we can actually fly from here. We've only got 10 of them left, but hold on, there we go. We'll set up one wing from there too, put them in the North Sea. And put them on reconnaissance. Now we probably want to have them on daytime missions. I don't think they do much use in the night. Well, we didn't actually assign these to air reconnaissance. Like the ones that were going over Italy. But now we have. And there we go. We've got some reconnaissance. We've got these going into Germany for now. And that might be a good idea. We know what the Germans are up to. And we can't get them further in. And we could base them here in France actually. So that might be the... Yeah, let's get rid of those. And we'll start this wing out here instead. Shift click to get 10. Set the limit. That's good. I think we will put them into their air reconnaissance. Yeah, we can be daytime for now. We'll probably have to move these, both of these two wings out later on when it gets too dangerous. So we've got 2 wings of tactical bombers here, and I'm thinking we keep them both here for now. And we've got some close air support, we'll keep them here. Those are sorting themselves out. We've got some naval bombers. We can be flying daytime strikes. We don't actually have to activate the mission for them just yet. And these are reserves. So down here, yeah, we'll just let them get in here and they can replace losses as it goes. This is a reserve fleet. And why are they actually... Yeah, we don't want them down in Plymouth, I don't think. Let's move them up here to Lanark. Or put them into reserve. Yeah, so we get them a bit out of the way. And they're fine as they are. We've got some of our new cruisers training. And most of these are done. That's 3, 4. Split those up. Put them under there. Some more training. And let's see where we want to have all of these. So we've got 20 destroyers to feed into. Let's start out with the home fleet here. We are missing... We probably want to have 18 destroyers here. So we have a little bit of a surplus. So we want to have, including these, we want to be up to 15 at least. We need 5 more destroyers here. And we've got a bunch of the different ones. Let's take 2 of those, 5 of those. Pop them up there. Second battle squadron. We need some light cruisers here, at least 2. And we want to have 4 times 3, so 12 escorts. And if we put on 1 destroyer and 2 light cruisers, that would be fine. Let's take 2 Leanders and 1 tribal. And we will assign them to second battle squadron. First cruiser squadron here needs some destroyers. Let's pop up 2 of the tribals. I'm guessing it's the same with the second cruiser squadron. Yes, indeed. Alright, so let's go down to the Mediterranean command. What are we missing here? We've got 12 destroyers. For 6 capital ships, we need 18 here as well. So we need to add another 6, right? And how's our disposition? We'll probably do with a few more cruisers there too. Did we put any more? Don't think we put any more cruisers in here. But I do think we want to get these 3 out. We'll put those down in the first battle squadron. And the town class can stay let's send them over there. And that means we're going to put in 2 of the, those are the Mark 1s. Yeah, we put in the Mark 2 Mark 1s there. And we were here, and we want to add 6 more ships, so 1 light cruiser and 5 destroyers, I think. Let's take 3 of those, 2 of those, and 1 town class. Pop them in there. This is this one needs 2 destroyers. This one needs 6. Or probably 2 cruisers and a few destroyers. Let's take those 2 and put them in there. 3, and we want to have 2. And let's take both the Leandros here. And we'll put them into the 3rd cruiser's quarter. Since this is 2 county-class heavy cruisers, we want to have a few light cruisers with them as well. We've also got some more, a whole bunch more. Oh, this is the good town-class cruisers. They're still training, so we'll let them be added. Actually, we want to shift-click there, so they stop training. Then we've got 1 more town-class cruiser. We've got 2 more heading down this way. Of the Danae class. We've got 3 capital ships here at the moment, so let's pop in another light cruiser. I like to keep about a 1-1 ratio of light cruisers to capital ships, and then fill up the rest with the destroyers. Alright, so we got some crypto going. We're still doing intelligence on the what we call them, on the Italians. So I'll keep up with that. Alright, so we've got some political power here. Let's start up the clock there when we did that bit of thing there. And we've got Danzig war happening. Oh, we can't see the time. Soon enough. Before we get our next focus anyway. No template for the Toad anti-air. No, we know. Alright, so Chief of Army would be a good one. But I am kind of inclined to... no, not there. To start off with David Sterling. Just for the Special Forces attack and defense. He can probably be our 2nd pick. Yeah, I think we were saving up so we can switch to war economy. We're gonna pile that up in case we need it. In case the Germans do go to war with Poland. So we're looking down the front here. We've got plenty of divisions down here on the border. Very good. Don't really have enough tanks here yet. Still missing 64 heavy tanks. And it's going to take us another year and a half to produce them for our 2 tank divisions. And the heavy fighters were not producing them just yet. So we're still waiting for factories. We're still building up quite a lot of production here on the heavy tanks. Heavy fighters, there's 1 factory going into heavy tanks, and we'll start building some heavy fighters. These will be really useful to have here in Africa. And oh no. So here we go. Poland refuses the German ultimatum. Considering the demands, it seemed inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany. And the Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy mostly pointed to the German Reich's recent actions, and stating that it was obvious that Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. German and Polish forces are prepared for war, and reports are already coming in on clashes on the border. Once again, there is a war in Europe. Germany has ignored every warning. So let's slow the speed down here and we will see just what happens. And it should happen on the tick of the day here. Alright, so we finished on tech. Perfect timing. We got Grand Assault and Excavation. So let's more press details there and just go out of them. And this way I can select which slots I want. So on the top slot here, this was the one we were doing. Yeah, what were we doing here before? This should be the land doctrine slot. So we're going down the. We're going to continue down on the land doctrine. So our Canadian allies here, or dominions, they are going down the right side. So, and I think we're actually going to go down the left side here. Which will give us the mechanized offensive, assault concentrations. And this side does give us a little bit more breakthrough than the other side, I think. And it gives us more planning. And we're probably going to have to rely on the planning bonuses for most of our offensives. As was pretty much done. And this also gives us the blitz and the elastic defense, which are two of the best tactics in the game. So let's get started on that. We don't have the army experience for it, obviously. Alright, so then we go over here and we just finished excavation 2. And let's see what we want to do with this slot. And I think it's about time we swap over and start upgrading some of our support companies, which we haven't actually been able to implement yet. Already doing the engineer company. We do want to field hospitals in our divisions as soon as possible. So let's start with that. We've got the experience to put it into one of our divisions shortly. Let's close that one down for now and unpause again. So here we go. Germany declares war on Poland. And we'll see what happens here then. So there's combat across all borders here. Poland calls us to arms, of course. And France also wants us. So of course we're gonna get them. Okay, so we've got some air wings without missions. We've got our spy planes going. It doesn't really help us to see any troop movements here, unfortunately. That would be nice. Alright, so all our close air support, we don't have anything. So for that we can send, let's bump that one up. And don't think we should be able to land in the Polish airports. Okay, so we got loads of decisions to look at there. We are currently in a war. Poland is not in a faction yet. So obviously we need to invite Poland to the Allies. So we'll probably have to start with that. There's gonna be no more training for you guys. You get on here, interception, day and night. This is a constant vigilance. And in case the Germans do try to get out there, we want to be on them. And let's see where we've got our ships. We've got our aircraft carriers here. We've been able to get them up to train. That's very good. At least it gets rid of the models that we have. It's plus minus 0 at the moment. We're not going to be training these anymore. Get back up into port. And we'll probably want to set up some fleets to be doing things. Alright, we can pop into that one, I guess. and it's no longer safe to be training ships over here. So as historical, we will send them off to train over here instead. We will see if they actually move over there now. They should do so. Let's try to get them over there. Yeah, it seems to work. It's a much safer place to have them training. But this also allows us to go for war economy. It says we're at war with Germany. They did not back down. And this is a great boost to our economy, of course. All of a sudden we've got loads of factories to build new factories with. And let's actually bump that one up and bump that one up. Wrong share? Yeah, let's bump that one up too. And we would like to have some more fuel silos. And probably need to upgrade our radars as well. So let's pop 2 levels into Sussex there. And we want to have radars up north. Probably there, and we want to have something here in the middle, I guess. We'll see, we'll take that when we get to there. We'll start off with these 2 stations. Air bases, I think we're good for now. Might need to expand some of them a bit. Got good anti-air down here, not very much up here. German bombers shouldn't reach up there, so we should be fine. Our submarines, they can stay wherever they are. We'll deal with them when we get to that. We do, however, want to set up the home fleet. So we want to be patrolling, and we want the home fleet to be active in the North Sea and the Norwegian Sea. And do we have maybe the English Channel as well, actually. Now we've only got 2 patrol fleets, so they're not going to be able to patrol all 3 areas at the same time. They'll be able to patrol 2 of the areas at the same time. Then we've got the 2nd Battle Squadron. We can probably set them to. This should be a faster one. We must put you on strike force. And yes, you're going to be based out of there. I think this is Scapa Flow, yeah. And the 2nd Battle Fleet, we can dock them up here in London for now, and we'll put them on strike force as well, I think. And that should be it all. This should be fine for the Navy. And if we need some air support, we'll have to reorganize some of the fighters when we get there. But with the fighter coverage over there, we should be fine. Alright, so let's unpause. Or of course Poland joins. This also means we can... well, let's send down these aircraft. See if we can't help out a bit here. On close air support. I'm guessing they're quite outnumbered. We don't really have the fighters to spare. But we do have some close air support as well. Let's send 2. We might as well have 2 squadrons going. And we need to set them to close air support, of course. Alright, so the war is on. And here we go. So all the dominions want to join, we will let them. Actually, isn't it that's quicker to go and press call here? There we go. And that should get rid of these as well. I thought. Yeah. Alright, so we've got convoy raiding going on. For naval battle. Alright, so the Germans are trying to get their submarines out. Oh, we did some serious damage to those 2 submarines. And we sunk one. That's very nice. And we've already encountered them here. And the French have some submarines. Oh, we sunk one more here. Alright, so our carriers are here, but we haven't found the submarines. So That ends with the loss of one submarine for the Germans. Alright, and we did do the Shadow Sheen 4. The Shadow Sheen factories taken in use. The careful preparations we took in the Shadow Sheen to ease the transition of the civilian factories to full wartime industry have now paid off. The new factories are already much more efficient than could reasonably have been expected within this time frame. What fortunate foresight we had. So we get 4 military factories. That is very good. Alright, so let's see what we want to do. Our fighters ended up going here. We're losing quite a bit of them. But this is to be expected. We are gaining some air experience from this. Maybe not a lot. We still got some airplanes. Oh yeah, we got the Mediterranean fleet and the Pacific fleet still exercising their aircraft. Alright, so we got some land leases going here. They want to provide us rifles and rifles and rifles. Infantry equipment, that's more rifles and more rifles and more rifles. We got the convoys to spare. Yes, please. And since we got Poland, we also got another operative. Looks like we can have 2 Polish operatives. That might come in handy later. We've got a commando and a seducer. Let's bring Christina on board. And let's see what we can do. We have root out resistance, propaganda, daily stability drift, daily war support drift. Yeah, why not get in there? See if we can't do something. We've got 3 decisions there. We're gonna look at those in a bit. And we must have finished the... No, there we go. It's just gone down the bottom. So we do have the cipher for Germany, and we're still decrypting Italy. We do have our full decryption power now, since we're at war. And as you might have noticed, we are just opposed to German Reich and Slovakia. Italy has yet to join the war. So they're still doing the light ship effort here. And we'll see how long time it takes until Italy joins the war. It doesn't look good for Poland. Danzig is still holding out, but there doesn't seem to be anyone defending it. So that's just a matter of time. There's still a lot of troops around here. That's very good. We've got a naval battle. We'll have to 9 ships. That's probably just submarines, but we'll have a look at that in a bit too. Alright, so we finished the operation here in Italy. Let's see how we did. So we infiltrated the air force, no problems at all. We got a good outlook, not a superior one. But I think that makes them all here in Italy. We can capture Cypher, or we can make resistance complex. Stealing blueprints, yeah, we can steal all 4 blueprints. I don't think we're gonna do any stealing. I thought that was quite underwhelming for the amount of operatives you need for it. But it's nice that it is in the game. I like that it's possible. We've just got such an insane research speed as Britain, so I don't think we need it. There are other nations that you can play that can actually benefit quite a lot from it. Alright, so, and they do seem to level up quite slowly. So we've got Kathleen here, and let's send her to Tokyo. We might as well start building up a network here too. And we've got counterintelligence. We should have someone still doing... Oh, they all got sent out, though. Yeah, it looks like they all got sent home. That's a shame. We'll have to rebuild our network here. And did we have... you're a German undercover agent. You are British. You're gonna blend in very well over in Japan. Yugoslavian, British, German, defending against subversive attacks. Now we don't want you doing this. We want you to make sure we have a contact network here. We're already at, or still at 100%. So let's make sure we've got a quiet network going. Lowers the chance of our operatives being caught by quite a lot. And then we're gonna have these two for actually doing operations. But we need to actually establish the network over in Japan before we can start doing the networks over there. So she can stay back here in London for counter-intelligence at the moment. We do now have the factories to start putting some in passive defense. So let's do that too. Let's check out this naval combat. Oh, so the Germans are actually trying to run with some ships up north here. I'm guessing this is convoy escorts. I can't see if they've got any convoys along. I actually shot down 2 of our aircraft. Overall that's a pretty good win for us. And there's some French subs fighting them, or they are fighting some... okay, so they are convoy escorting. Very good. And down here we've got one that's out there locating something, and one that's not. Now here we go. Now this can be a battle that we want to look. And we've got our big strike force sailing up. They've arrived here, or they are en route. And here we start. The Germans see our carriers and they start retreating immediately, as they should. Schliess and Schleswig-Holstein are here. I couldn't see if we... there we got the Scharnhorst there as well. Okay, so we did lose a destroyer, an early one. And I think we've got... no, we don't have automatic replacements for these days. We should probably set that up. And it's easy enough, just press this button. It puts in whatever you've already got there. That's still 18, that's fine. There hasn't been any combat done in the Mediterranean. And the same thing here, they're off repairing. I'm thinking it was here we probably lost one. Probably one of those. Let's put in another one of those then. Then we've got 10, 12, yeah, that's good. And from this quadrant, we're heading off to repair. We probably want to set all of them to there. Automatic split up disabled. We want the entire fleet in repairing when they're actually repairing. They're not gonna do any, not like they've got a lot of light attack. Even if it's cut in half, it's not that good. Okay, so how many do you have there? Yeah, that's the same amount. So there, good. And we want to just lock that in there. Let's lock this fleet in there too for now. We'll lock that one in. Just locking in the main battle fleets here now. Okay, these still need some destroyers. We'll wait a bit with those. We can put all of these on. They don't have automatic split off. Good. And this is the same thing here. Yeah. And those should be. You can go over into that one. These can go into the reserves, and they can reinforce if we need them. Okay, so out here we've got German submarines attacking our shipping. That means we might want to put one of our escort fleets out here. And we probably want to route our convoys a little bit smarter. Well, let's just select some of these zones. How far can the Germans reach? We don't have any convoys going up here. We do have them passing through this area and through the Mediterranean. This is active regions 8. Let's put them on convoy escort, and We'll see as soon as they actually get out here what kind of numbers we get. Okay, so we got the anti-air upgrade. We want to make sure that we now all of our dominions have gotten the artillery. 47 days, yeah, we'll take it. So we're building up the efficiency here. We should reach 100% with 8 regions. Now we'll see. Oh no. So you got captured very fast. German counterintelligence is good. Alright, so we need to... I'll pop into there in a bit. We need to rescue her, of course. So rescue our captured operative. And we want to use Victoria for this. She's the one that's good at it, and she's on counterintelligence at the moment. As soon as possible. Thank you very much. And we're mostly building network strength anyway, so... Okay, so we got some more German destroyers sunk here. Looks like we've done some damage to the Scharnhorst and to the Schleswig-Holstein and Schlesien. We've got the Deutschland, the Grafspeer and the Scheer. There's some bad damage to Deutschland and Grafspeer there. They should be in port for a while now. You can see out there what they're building. They're still building some capital ships when they get out into the sea. A lot of screen ships. And this here, yeah, we're losing some convoys here. It's to be expected. Okay, so there's not a lot left here of Poland. And this airbase is very overcrowded. We'll probably want to move back a bit. And let's put our aircraft up here in Novogrodek. That might help out a little bit. The fall of Warsaw. I'm guessing Poland is not long there. And nothing happening here on the Maginot Line. As it should be. Alright, so we got the engineers. Very good. Let's get the... Well, I do want to get the recon companies. I also want to get both of those. Now let's take the recon companies. And we're going to start putting these into our just a convoy battle. I'm guessing we shouldn't see the German fleet out here for a bit. Which means our ships can also kind of lick their wounds. Yeah, so that didn't really set into effect yet, the split. This is going to be off repairing for a while. We might want to check our naval repair queue. We got loads of ships in the repair yards. 4 battleships, 3 battle cruisers, a heavy cruiser there, a light cruiser. So let's bump that up to 10. And this also means we've got some production going into heavy fighters. Probably gonna have another factory there actually. Let's build, put that up to 5. Let's build this one out first. Then we need to start spitting out some bombers. And these are doing well. Do need to add some more factories to these battleships soon enough. But yeah, all the factories are being sucked into repairs at the moment. But we are building quite a lot of new dockyards and factories. And soon we should be starting to build the radar stations. So we're still getting to spy here on the Germans with impunity, it looks like. Guessing that's not gonna last very long. Alright, so Poland has capitulated. Ignacy Moschik has announced that the Polish nation can no longer withstand the pressure from the occupying German forces. Committing travesties through the country, the Polish government has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated and the German Reich is now in control of their home area. Though the war against the German Reich and the rest of the Axis continues, this is an unfortunate setback. for all of the allies. These are dark times. And Poland has also been exiled now then. So we host the Polish government in exile, and their legitimacy is 19. We did get some equipment. Oh, we got 1 bomber, very good, and 2 weapons too, very good. And some support equipment and 1 division. We'll see what that is when they arrive. There we go. So there's relative calm here again then. And let's see how long time these are gonna go. Oh, what's happening here? We've got a red air zone. So it looks like the German bomber effort has switched over to England. We've got 500 bombers coming in here. They are... wonder what they're doing. Can we see... yeah, they're doing strategic bombing. But we can get a chance now to shoot down some of them. That also means we probably want to bump up that radar in Sussex, right? Get ready for the blitz. Let's see if we got any more fighters we can... I've got another wing here, another squadron. Let's get those up. We've got enough heavy fighters to start off our first wing. We can probably set up the bomber wing there too. And there's the Polish bomber. And let's see if we can... no, we can't use that one. That's a nice thing, a nice feature that we can do. So we'll set these up. We would like to train them up a little bit before. Yeah, let's put those on exercise over here. Before we send them off into combat, so that they have some kind of training at least. We'll look into those again in a bit. Under naval combat. Oh, we sunk a submarine, that's very good. Oh, we lost a convoy there. So at least we've got some escorts going out here to battle the convoy or the submarine threat. They're not the best convoy hunters. These ones have, at least they have some depth charges. They don't have any sonar. But we did tack along one of the ABCD class destroyers, and they do have a sonar. And as they get destroyed, they will be replaced by the Hunt class, which of course has the sonar level 2s and depth charges. So that's a very good escort ship. I'm hoping that will stem the tide of the German U-boats for a bit. We've got 97%. That's very good. Let's see what they're building. We're currently building the Type 9s, probably 29 of those. We'll see when they start building the Tier 3 submarines, the 1941s. And see what we've got in Air Force. They've got so many fighters. We've got a grand total of 900 deployed, I think. So they outnumber us here by quite a lot. We do have an even number of close air support. And they've got loads more bombers than we do too. Which is good, it's fun for the game, right? And remember, Germany is buffed, so they do have a lot of production. They've got how many factories? 105 military factories versus ours 37. Alright, so we finished our national focus here. In the spirit of Nelson's famous words, we must instill a sense of duty to the people. Whether they like it or not, the nation requires their service in the face of the upcoming crisis. Alright, so where do we go now? We just did this one. This removes the war to end all wars. And this is... it should have disappeared from here now. But that means our manpower should be ticking up again now, which is very nice. We can actually start deploying it. So I'm just going to check here quickly. So the next thing we can do is over here. Poland has capitulated and we are at war. So let's do the cryptologic bomb. This is 10 decryption speed. It's a very nice focus to have out of the way. And now we're waiting for some more political power. We've still got Naval Chamberlain in office. Let's see how long that lasts. Alright, so we lost another convoy down there. I wish we didn't get notifications for convoys. We destroyed E06, another early submarine, the Type 2. Alright, so let's take a look at these decisions. So we can get rid of that one. There's probably more of those. For propaganda, we're doing fairly good on war support, 78. So Naval Chamberlain is -5 and the enemy bomb is hurting us, but it's not that bad just yet. And here we got the tungsten. Don't think we need the tungsten yet, but we got the option for it if we need it. So we're not going to do any propaganda. We got emergency factory conversion. If we want to convert, what's that, 5 of our civilian factories to military factories. But I do think we want to keep our, it isn't actually a bad thing to do, it's for the political power it costs. But I like my civilian factories, so we're going to keep them. We've got some nice operations here. Invading Ireland, didn't happen in real life. We've got to blow the Suez Canal. We've got the Burma Road. This one requires one of the national focuses down here somewhere. Develop the right, no, it's down on the foot by the east, the Burma Road, this one. And it's more to do with the war in China, which I want to focus on Japan. And what more do we have here? We've got an alliance with Portugal. So that would be possible. We've got the McDonald proposal, which we can't do just yet. We can lease the Azores from Portugal. These are new for the, they came with the latest patch or update. And improved working conditions, yeah, it would be nice to increase the stability. -30 for being at war. That's not very good. And -10 for the refuge to scientists. That research boost is just so good. We're gonna take it. And yeah, so we just lost 10, an additional 10 from latest national focus. Resistance target in occupied territories increases by 7% from this. So this wouldn't be a stupid thing to do. We do want to spend our political power on something else. I just want to go through what we actually have available to us. And we've got this, of course, because we've upgraded these two provinces so much. Industrial land appropriation, building slots. Yeah, that's a cheaper one, but you lose some war support and stability. So we got the, we can develop the tungsten mines. All of these require, that one requires 3. That's actually a pretty good one. Let's see, Duncan oil fields in Qatar. And we got the Res Garib. They're here in Egypt. That one would also be a very good one. That's excavation 3, excavation 4 and excavation 5. This one is really good. So if we want to go for some more of the excavation techs for some oil, because yeah, now we're running out of oil, we're gonna have to import some oil. We've got the governments in exile, so we've got the Polish governments in exile here. Weapons for the Polish resistance, yeah, maybe. Might be a fun thing to do. Nation building, yeah, we're not gonna be doing those for now. Here we go, a Polish parliamentary speech. And this one, daily political power cost. Okay, so it costs a little bit of our political power for a longer time. And less than 95 does increase their legitimacy the same amount. That was weird. So You might actually want to do one of these. Transfer the entire navy. No, we're not going to get this. Yeah, we'll pop that one in. It's a free one. It'll increase legitimacy a little bit of the Polish government in exile, which we can view here. So they're at 19.82. We need to have 25 to be able to use exile divisions and so on. We've not got a lot of manpower from them. But let's start with that. We got a passive defense, and I'm thinking maybe we actually just pop that up yet another level, or we do the decryption maybe, or encryption. And let's start with the decryption one there. Alright, and that operation should be kicking off soon. And that's in here, of course. It's in progress, 22 days. Very good. Something happened in the Air Force. Okay, so we got green air here now. And they've moved a bunch of bombers up there and a few bombers up here. Guess that's fine. We can take that for now. They saw that we deployed these, I think. And we've got those there. We should have some more close air support that's been moved out. I should have... Okay, they docked up here for repairs. But yeah, because the hood took a really bad blow here. Let's see if we can't see what happened. No, not there. Wish it would say big when they got hit hard. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, most of these are going to be done soon, but I think hood's going to be out of service for quite some time. We might actually have to consider dropping her into the port and letting the fleet sail off. I think that might be a good idea. Let's split hood off. And as soon as these are done, because that's mostly minor scratches on these ships, we can let them sail again. Instead of having those carriers out as a strike force is pretty good. Okay, the French submarine that was lost, let's just clear those out. We can deploy units. Who can we deploy? Must be some of these, right? Right, so we've got some infantry divisions to deploy. Put them down here for now. And we probably wanna... No, this is fine. We can sit around where they are. And just have them run us into the expeditionary force. We don't want them into there. Can we put them into... Yeah, let's put them into the southern command for now. And how are they going? We don't have anything. One Marines. That's just one more division. Can we add any more? Yeah, we could add one more there. Might want to hold off a little bit on that though. Okay, so on pause there again. And that should be all of our... that's the two we sent to Poland. Let's bring them back up to regular reinforcement priority. Okay, it looks like the Germans have started bombing here instead, in France. These are actually doing quite good. They don't seem to be bothered by us trying to spy on them. The USSR occupies eastern Poland. Soviet troops have occupied eastern Poland officially for the purpose of protecting the Belarusian and Ukrainian minorities from the chaos that followed the collapse of the Polish government. German forces have withdrawn from these areas in good order, resulting in Poland's effective partitioning between the two powers. Likely story. Germany honoring the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, of course. As to be expected. So, at the moment there is no fighting going on in Europe. There's a little bit of clashes and convoy battles going on here in the Atlantic. But nothing major. We're losing a convoy every now and then. It doesn't really matter that much. Oh, down here too. So they probably got basing rights from Italy. We're up at 98% convoy efficiency here. Let's see how they're doing here. We're soon done. The carrier casts here are already done. Okay, so October of 1939, and Italy has joined the Axis. And they must have done so by persuasion, because they haven't done their national focus for it yet. They should be going down a pact of steel to join the faction. They're still on their submarine effort. It's quite neat if we can actually, we've got enough intel on them that we can see how far they are in their tech tree. That's very nice. We can maybe see a little bit of what kind of opposition we're gonna get. Let's check what intel we have on Italy. It's always fun. Quite like this addition to the game. They've got quite a big army deployed. It's always nice to see. They've got some ships, bunch of light cruisers, submarines. Can we see if we've got any new capital ships? We've got some heavy cruisers, so destroyers, and no new capital ships it looks like. But they do have something in production. I wonder what that can be. There's some dockyards. Would be nice if we could sneak in and see what they actually have. I can see how far along they are in the industry tech tree. They're about the same as us. Alright, so Italy has joined the Axis. And we'll see how long time it takes before they actually join the war. Alright, so we finished the hunter-killer groups. It's going down here on the left side of the branch, or left side of the doctrine. We want to get down to these two, of course. Especially this one for the sortie efficiency, that's a really good one. And we've got so many battleships and battle cruisers, so it's a no-brainer actually going for this one. Just so to keep them as good as possible. And I am actually tempted to... No, we got another 100%. No, we don't have a research bonus for this one, right? 255. I am so tempted to actually go for this one. To speed it up. So we get to floating airfield as soon as possible. Got 10%. The Raj went down that way for whatever reason. Okay, so do we want to spend that? That's almost all our Navy experience. And we don't really have anything else to design for the moment either. We can always exercise up some more. Yeah, alright, so we're going for that. We also need to go into trade. We're gonna see if our friends on the other side of the Atlantic have some oil. No, we don't want it all. That would be very nice, but I think we'll start off with that. Actually, I think we might have a subject that has some oil. Malaya. Let's take that too. Actually, the Raj has as well. Well, let's help the Raj out then. And bring those in. I think that's better than taking it from the Americans. We might actually need that bit from the Americans too, so let's leave that for now and see if we can build up a bit of a stockpile of oil. And let's just on pause there for a bit. That's another naval combat. We've got quite a few of those happening. What we could do is send a few of our submarines. Do we have any one of them located over here? No. Do we have any one of them located close? Scottish, Southwest Alexandria, Senegal. That's not too far off. And they could probably actually just exercise where they are. And where were these? They were in the Adamels. That's fine, they can be training as well. Just to see if we can't get some more naval experience in, just we have a small buffer. Don't like going under 50 Navy experience. Just so we have some to do a surprise design if you need one. But I think we'll leave that here for now. So thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you next time.